Hello everyone, I'm Storm Checker ET meteorologist Austin Haskins. It was a warm and humid day across the area on our Monday. We had some rain and storms to start the day and then some scattered to isolated activity that kind of redeveloped into the afternoon and evening hours. Today, though, it's going to be a little bit warmer and even more humid than it was yesterday. And then we're going to be looking at some late afternoon and nighttime rain and thunderstorm chances to move through as a cold front is going to be responsible for that. And that could pose a threat for strong to severe storms as well. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Tomorrow, the good news is the humid air will be going away, but we're still going to have a chance for a few scattered showers and storms around during the afternoon hours. And then at the end of the week, it's going to be cooler. We're going to have some gusty winds around, especially on Thursday. Could have some wind gusts exceeding 30 miles per hour and also a few showers possible on Thursday. So the dew point forecast today, we're going to be up kind of in that steamy category, looking at those dew points mid to upper 60s to even some in the low 70s. Now, the good news is by tomorrow, though, look where we're going to end up being. We're going to end up dropping down into that, muggy category maybe to start the day, but then turning into the not bad category into the afternoon. Those dew points falling back down into the low to mid 50s. So a lot better, at least in the humidity dew point department tomorrow. And it will be just a smidge cooler as well, but still on the warmer side nonetheless. We'll have a lot of cloud cover around throughout the day. There will be breaks in the clouds throughout the day, so it's not going to be a completely cloudy day by any means. We've got some fog in parts of the area this morning. Now, by the afternoon hours, if you recall yesterday, Futurecast was showing some activity as early as 1, 2 o'clock for some showers and storms. It's kind of been pushed back a little bit now towards the late afternoon hours. I still think we're going to have some activity, especially after about 3 or 4 o'clock today, but I still can't rule out something, before that. And then as we head into the evening hours, we're still going to be watching more showers and storms out ahead of the cold front and the main line that is expected to move through. Now, the trend, which has been the case for the last, 12 to 24 to even 36 hours, is for this line of storms to weaken as it moves in. And that is still the case. In fact, it's not really showing much here. But as we get into Wednesday morning, the rain is basically out of here. And most of Wednesday morning, in fact, all of Wednesday morning for us, should be pretty quiet until about 1, 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. And that's when we'll see more showers and storms kind of redevelop into the afternoon, lasting through about early to mid-evening. We'll quiet things down overnight. And then Thursday starts quiet, but then the clouds increase along with the wind, and there will be a few showers around as well. Now, another look at Futurecast is kind of showing a similar picture with the cloudier skies and the breaks from time to time today, and any activity kind of holding off until the afternoon and evening hours. And a lot of this is because there's maybe a little bit of some warmer air aloft, which is known as the cap, and you need that cap to break for storms to develop. And if we can get that to break, we could have storms earlier on. But if that warmer air aloft kind of stays there a little bit longer, that's going to limit any storm potential. So we'll have to kind of watch that today. But either way, this evening, as the front comes through, that should break the cap and allow those storms to develop and pass through the area. But then as we get into the evening hours, the reason for that line kind of weakening, even though it's still going to be warm, it's still going to be humid, we don't have that daytime heating as the sun goes down. So that's kind of why those storms are expected to weaken as it moves farther into the area overnight tonight to mostly just some rain and a few embedded thunderstorms mixed in. So right now we have a level 1 and a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather in place, regardless of what happens today. The higher risk is going to be along and west of Highway 25, so the area is in yellow, and then the green area is a level 1 out of 5. And we will be updating our social media pages and our web story on this if there are any major changes, as the Storm Prediction Center will be updating this throughout the day today. But that's where things stand as of now this morning. The main hazards today look to be large hail and damaging winds. Winds could be upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and hail up to about ping pong ball size, which is 1.5 inches in diameter. Now, the Storm Prediction Center does not have a risk for tornadoes today. However, within that line of storms, there is the possibility, you could get one of those little brief spin-ups, kind of like what we had a few weeks ago. I'm not totally ruling that out, but basically the tornado threat for today is about as low to 0 as it can get without it being 0. So that's kind of where that stands. But as always, we'll update you if those changes are made, if there are any, that is. Otherwise, warm and humid today, steamy, whatever you want to call it. Highs today, low to mid 80s. across the area. That's about 10 degrees above average. Lows tonight back into the mid to upper 50s with, again, thunderstorms and rain likely, gradually tapering off overnight. Tomorrow, still warm, but again, not as humid tomorrow. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. It will be a little bit breezy. And then look at the highs by Thursday. We drop down into the mid to upper 60s to some low 70s. So a lot cooler on our Thursday. And then after that, we'll stay near to just slightly below average for the weekend. There is a possibility we could have an isolated shower or two each day over the weekend. Right now, the better chance, if you will, slight chance at that, Sunday and Monday. But really anything organized as far as rain and storm chances go after Wednesday is pretty low.